focus. So allow the breath to become the focus of your energies. So inhaling and exhaling. Honoring the breath, honoring the present moment. Staying in that place between before and yet, staying in right now. One more breath, bringing your attention to the soles of your feet and the sensations of your seat on the chair. Let's take a breath there, feeling that grounding energy. And let's get moving. Bring the arms wide and up and overhead, stretching with one arm and then the other. Let the body bow and sway, letting the side bodies really come alive. So let the side of the ribs and the shoulders, there's nothing to be except the sensation that you're having right now. Lovely, come to evenness, both wrists up, both arms up, both sit bones firmly in the chair. Interleave your fingers, turn the palms up, and then bring the palms forward, pushing the arms away from the shoulders. You may feel the shoulder blades come apart and even the arms kind of move away from being deeply seated in the shoulders, and then pull the arms back into the shoulders, bringing the shoulder blades onto your back. 2 more times. We call this unplugging the arms and plugging the arms back in. So stretch on the upper back, letting the shoulder blades come apart, reaching the upper arms out, out, out. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the upper arms back into the shoulders, still lifting with the collarbones, and then drop the hands down to your sides. Bring the hands onto the shoulders, fingertips forward, thumbs behind. We're just going to sway from side to side. But I'm going to have a little discipline here in the lower body by trying to keep my knees exactly parallel. So I'm not twisting with my hips like that. I'm actually maintaining the hip structure, leg structure, knee structure, and twisting only from the waist. Of course, if there's ever a hot, sharp, or sudden pain, or perhaps an unusual sensation somewhere in your joints, then please do less or don't do that particular posture at all. You can do this 2 more times to each side. But if you feel a little effort in the muscles, then see where it goes with that as long as you're breathing. And come back to center. Keep the hands up here. We're going to just tip from side to side again. This tipping from side to side, this stretching on the side body is so important because it helps keeping the breathing instrument nice and flexible. So the ribs get tight if we don't move the body around. And when the ribs get tight, then it's hard to take a deep breath. And we really want to take deep breaths when we move to. And one more time on each side. And up. And come to stillness. Bring the arms forward and down and let the hands hang. Notice how the shoulders feel. Notice how the side body feels. And one last seated movement, coming a little bit forward and walking my sit bones a little bit forward so that there's some space between the back of my back and the back of the chair. And we'll do the churning that we do almost every time. It's a nice way to bring some aliveness all through the hips, along the spine. You can let the head participate so that the neck, the throat, get a little stretching out of it. Now do what works for your body at the time of day that you're doing this, and come forward and pause. And let's come around the other direction. Take it nice and slow so that you don't whip into or whip beyond a comfortable range of motion. When we move fast is often when we hurt ourselves. And one more time, all the way around. So yummy for the body. And come forward, push into the legs, come back up. Take a moment to appreciate the movement of the body energy that you've just let loose, and then please stand up. So if you have one chair, you're going to move it so that the back is towards you. If you have two chairs or a counter or a wall, you can use the wall also for the postures. So holding onto the chair with one hand, bringing the feet flat on the floor, dropping the shoulders down by softening the armpits. So rather than pushing the shoulders away from the ears, soften the armpits and see if the shoulders come down all by themselves. So I'm moving back a little bit. Hopefully you can see my head and my smile. Feel the feet on the floor. We're just going to do a little bit of balancing, but first we're going to balance on 2 feet. So first lift the heels up and then bring the heels back down. Lift the heels up and bring the heels back down. If you feel comfortable, you can take your hand off of the chair and see what it's like just to balance as you lift and move in this way. Lifting up with the heels and down with the heels. Try to engage your abdominals and engage your glutes a little bit. They can help steady you. Use the large muscles to help contain your body around the midline. Just kind of hugging everything in. 2 more times, lifting up and releasing down. Lifting up and releasing down. Shake your legs out. Sometimes when you're working really hard to trying to do something and you put in too much effort, and that effort can lead to tension. You can touch the chair for a guide or not. You get to choose. Lifting the right leg up, knee about hip height, and just let the leg hang down. So, and kind of check it out. What's the weather like if I'm just standing on one leg? Holding the energy toward the middle of the body. And breathe, that's the most important thing. Everything's most important. And then bring that leg down. And the other leg comes up. So shifting the weight over to the right side, you lift the left leg up. Breathe, soften. Whoops, see, I needed my chair. Soften the face and the jaw muscles. Bring the foot down whenever you want to, but we're holding it here for quite a little bit of time and bring the foot down. Okay, we're going to add to it, add a little complication. So lift the right leg up and then turn the foot around the ankle. Now there's a little movement, a little motion along with the balance. And reverse that turning of the foot around the ankle. Oh yeah. So you're using the big muscle here to hold the leg up. You're using your eyes and your ears to balance. And you might notice that there's a lot of little adjustments going on with the left ankle. Go ahead, bring that foot down. Take a breath. Congratulate yourself. And notice how the right leg feels and notice how the left leg feels. All right, let's give the left leg, its turn, lifting the knee up. Find your balance, find a focus point. That might help. Have the whole body hug the midline. That can help. And it's always fair to touch a wall, touch a chair, touch something that can help you keep your balance. And turn the foot around the other direction. Lifting with the collarbones. And notice how much adjusting is going on. So at all times in our life, we're always looking for slight micro adjustments to keep us in balance. And bring the foot down. Okay. Notice how your legs feel. and shake them out. Using the chair in the posture we've done on another one of these videos to come into chair dog, the hands are flat on the chair so that you're not pushing the chair forward, but actually just moving the chair down. Walk backwards until your chest is parallel to the ground and your hips are over your ankles. So you'll find the L shape that works for you. We're looking for long back, looking for a lift in the back of the legs. So just imagine it from the ankle up to the hip, you're pulling up, up, up. And from the crown of the head to the tip of your tail, pulling back, back, back. So up, 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 and back, back, back. And also opening your arms, the bottom side of your arms to the ground. And release, soften the knees, and walk forward. So take a moment here, bringing the awareness into how the body feels. For years, I did not listen to my body. For years, whenever my body spoke up, it meant that I wasn't loaded enough. And now that I am in recovery, I want to listen to my body, listen to the wisdom, come back home to my body, and give it a little care, affection, which is the discipline of moving my body each and every day in a mindful way. We're going to come back into the chair dog, walking back. So this process of doing yoga and showing some affection for your body is a part of an amends, a lifetime of amends that you can show yourself. I'm going to take care of myself now. And soften the joints of the knees and the elbows and walk forward. One last time. I'm going to change it up a little bit at the end. So hands are flat on the chair, walking back, chest is parallel to the ground, pulling up with the hips toward the ceiling, opening the armpits toward the ground, shake your head yes, and then shake your head no, remembering that no is a complete sentence. Engage your abdominals in case they were on vacation. Bend the knees slightly. Take one leg forward. So I'm taking my right leg forward. My left leg is back. And there's two postures that we can do here. We can do the warrior one, where either you're standing upright. You can't really tell, but my knee is over the ankle. Hands are on the chair, and my torso is upright. And you can take one arm or both arms up above your head. So try this and notice the sensations in the back leg. So the leg that's behind is having some manner of sensation. Bring the hands back to the chair. Lean forward, bring the back foot forward, and then take the other leg back. So the front knee is over the ankle. The heel of the back leg is on the ground, and I'm drawing my torso upright. And bringing the right arm up. If the right leg is back, the right arm comes up. Notice the sensation in the right leg, and you can bring both hands up if you like. Breathe here and notice the sensation in that back leg. Push down with both heels. Pull up, up, up with the collarbones. Yeah, but drop the shoulders down and gaze forward. Bring the hands down. Lean forward. Bring the back foot forward. Come to stand and breathe. I think I fibbed before I said that was the last chair dog. We're going to do one more. So walk backwards into chair dog. Notice if the sensation of being in this posture is changing from time to time. And look forward, bend the knee slightly, bring the left leg forward. So starting again. So we've changed the leg, the sequence of the legs. Use the abdominals. You can imagine moving the shoulder blades together in the back. And pull up, up, up. Check out the sensation in the leg. And then I'd like you to think about the calf muscle. And you're going to lean forward at a 45-degree angle. You can bring the hands on your thigh. You can leave both hands on the chair. I'm going to lean onto the chair. And when I keep my body at a 45-degree angle, just notice how the calf muscle feels. Dropping the hips down, pulling the belly up, drawing down in the back of the leg. Just notice what you notice. Be sure that you're breathing. And lean forward, weight goes over to the left leg, right leg comes forward. And now you exchange, the other leg comes back. Both heels are down. Position the front knee over the ankle. Wiggle the hips until both hip bones are facing forward. And then bring the body into that 45-degree angle. And just talk to your calf. Say, oh dear sweet calf muscle, tell me the story. Tell me the story of your life. Let me listen to your complaints. And let me send you love and appreciation. Nice long breath, giving the body time to accept the posture. We can come in and out of the postures rapidly, but the inside of the body doesn't get to receive the benefit. And we like to stay in the postures for a little while so the inside of the body can receive the benefit. Bring the weight to the right leg, bring the back foot forward, and come up. Always take that pause, a nourishing pause, to let the sensations settle in. I'm going to turn the chair around because I'm going to come down a little deeper into a posture. So backing up so that I don't want to hit my head on the chair. Bring the arms wide and up and overhead. I'm going to bring them out to my side. Hinge from the hips and bring the hands to the seat of the chair. This is almost the same angle that I had when my hands were up on the back of the chair, but now my hands are on the seat of the chair. I'm going to take my right leg back and to come into a lunge. So you can choose. This can be the lunge. You can even put your hands here if your body doesn't want to come down very far. You can bring your hands here. You can bring your leg back. But the rule is to keep the knee over the ankle. And you can drop your hips down. Now, if you would like, you can always bring the back knee to the ground. If your knee is tender, be sure to put a blanket or something under your knee. Otherwise, let's stay here. So those are the choices. Knee on the ground or the leg is straight. So my lovely new yoga pants do not show that very well. And if you like, you can stay here. This is the pose. Or bring your hands to your leg and come upright. That is the pose. When you come upright, notice what goes on in the back leg. So the front leg is pretty much the same as the other postures, but the sensation in the back leg might be different. If you're comfortable here, bring the arm that's associated with the back leg up. And that's a long time to be in this posture. Go ahead, bring the hands down, lean forward, bring the back foot forward, and let's roll all the way up. And once again, notice how the right leg feels. Notice how the left leg feels. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breath. Bring the arms wide and up and overhead. You could look up at your hands. Bring the arms out, gaze forward, hinge from the hips, both hands down, other leg goes back. Yeah, come into the posture on this side that feels good. One knee might feel great when it's up and the other side wants to have the knee down. So you get to choose. If you bring the knee down, put your toenails down. Yeah, be sure to pad your knee if you have your knee down. Tighten the back leg. That will give you stability. You can keep your hands here. You can bring your hands to the thigh. Soften what can be softened, meaning perhaps the corner of your eyes, maybe your cheeks, maybe your tongue. But certainly this front leg is very, very strong. The length of the back leg is very, very strong. If you like, you can bring your left arm up. The arm associated with the back leg comes up. Breathe. Bring the arm forward and down. Bring the weight forward, hands on the chair. Bring the back foot forward and roll to stand. And just take a moment here. Notice as the legs become familiar with the sensation. And this last bit you can do a couple more times each side if you like. The front of the legs really enjoy being stretched out because we do so much sitting. So stretching the legs in that lunge is so beneficial. And stretching the calf muscles is the whole thing is very beneficial. Okay, I'm going to take the toes of my left foot and put them under the chair. So they're actually under the chair. Then transferring weight, step the other foot back. Now the back foot is sideways. So my hip bones are facing the long part of my mat. The side of my body is toward the chair. We're going to come into a lovely triangle pose. So think about honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Avoid overreaching. Take the hips back. So you just kind of like sway back. And then reach with the armpit. Rather than diving for the chair, reach first. Give yourself a lot of real estate here. A lot of length in the torso. And let the shoulders be soft, like you're swimming. Yeah. And then take that left hand down and the right hand up. So the arms are stacked, one on top of the other. The side body is over the front leg. You can look at your hand that's on the chair. You can look forward, or you can look at the upraised thumb. So choose what's comfortable for your neck. Choose what's comfortable for your balance. Gaze forward. Everybody gaze down at the hand that's on the chair. Engage the abdominals. Push into the feet. Rise up. Keep the legs just as they are. We're going to do that again. So you can choose to drop your arms and bring the circulation back to your hands so you can keep the arms up. Sometimes they get awfully heavy. Let's do this again. The hips come back. The arm reaches. Hand down, other hand up, and then choose where your head's at. Giving some thought to where you're focused. It's probably good advice for life. What is my focus? What am I looking at? And everybody look down, push down, lift up, center the hips, drop the arms, turn all of your toes forward. I'm going to move my chair from one side to the other, or you can just turn around and have your back towards your monitor, and I'm going to do it this way. So my chair is light and fairly easy to move. Now I'm putting my right toes under the chair, and my left foot is sideways. Hips are centered. Hips are toward the long part of the mat, so my side body is toward the chair. Arms up, hip moves back, armpit moves forward, and then revolve. Once again, thinking about where the head is going to go. Service, unity, and responsibility. Draw the shoulder blades together. Allow the upper back to be strong. That can help the whole rib cage be strong and the waist be strong. It all will all help support the spine. And look down, push into the feet, rise up. You can keep your arms up or you can drop them now for just a moment because we're going to do that posture again. Nice breath. Yeah. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades together, hip back, exhaling, reaching and revolving. The postures are not about being anywhere. It's about feeling what you're feeling when you make these shapes with your body. So trust the power of yoga to do what it needs to do as long as you can breathe, as long as you're not hurting yourself. And don't overreach or overtry or even overstay your welcome. So if I'm in this pose too long and you say, man, I need to get out of here, always use the abdominals and come up the way you came down and you'll be fine. And come on up, drop the arms, toes forward. I'm taking the chair, I'm putting it in front of me. You won't be able to see me well, but believe me, I am doing a forward fold here onto the chair. So all 10 toes are facing the same direction, and rather than rolling forward from the waist or the upper shoulders, I'm keeping the collarbone moving away from the midline of the body, so the spine is staying nice and long, and I'm hinging from the hips where the legs come into the torso. Hinging forward, bringing the hands to the chair. You can stay here. You can bring your forearms down. You can even bring your head onto the chair and your arms can dangle. Find a luxurious way to experience a forward fold here. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Your breath may be slower or may be faster, so you just stay here a comfortable period of time. I'm going to stay here one more breath. And I'm going to come out of the pose the way I came in, bringing the hands to the seat of the chair, coming up halfway, that same angle that I had with the chair dog. Then bringing the weight into the heels of my feet, hands come to the top of the legs, and I'm coming all the way up. Nice. And then you can switchel, step, or jump your feet together. Well done. Bring the chair back to where you had it when you started, or come back to the chair you started with, and please sit down. 2 more postures before we come into seated tranquility pose or shavasana. First, hands on knees. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, arch the body, lifting the chin. Exhale, round the spine by pushing the spine back, drawing the shoulders forward and the chin to the chest. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, nice and smooth. 2 more times. Rolling over the sit bones. Let this be luxurious. One last time. Sit with a tall spine for a moment. Walk the feet slightly apart. Walk the hands down the legs. Drop the head. And if you can pull on your ankles just a little bit, drawing the body round and looking behind you underneath the chair. So just nice little lengthening for the spine here. Nice breath. Release the effort of pulling on the ankles, and then please walk your hands up your legs. And please sit back into your chair. You can shake your legs out and let them fall wherever they want to. Shake your arms out and let them fall wherever they want to. You can either look down toward the ground or you can close your eyes. Feel the inhale and the exhale without forcing, lengthening, trying. Just let it be, but be aware. Let go of breath awareness. Bring your attention to your feet and ankles. Notice how they feel. Notice what you feel. And bring your attention up the calf and shin, up to the knee. Let your awareness circle around the knee like a warm breeze. Notice what you feel. If you discover any tightness, please soften it now. And the same with the upper legs. Notice how the muscles feel in your upper legs. And if they're still holding on, see how much they can let go. Release the hips and your seat onto the seat of the chair. Let your back release into the support of the back of your chair. Soften the muscles all around your torso. You've been using them in the last half hour. Just let them release now. You've done a really good job. Just thank them and let them take a little rest. Releasing the muscles under the arms and down the arms into the hands and the fingers and the thumb. Notice how the upper back and shoulders feel. Is there a little bit more mercy you can show them by softening in another few elements of release? See if you can listen any tightness that you find. Soften the neck and the jaw, the mouth and the tongue and the lips, cheeks and the eyes, the eyebrows and the forehead, and everywhere, all over your scalp. Let your hands float up from your lap. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. Let your hands float up from your lap and bring palm to palm in front of your heart. Tip your chin lightly as a sign of honor. Please first honor yourself for doing this with your time. Honor the practice. Honor our community. Reach into your heart and send out a wish of compassion and healing to people who suffer in and out of the rooms of recovery. And we close by saying, Namaste. Namaste, and thank you so